Hey kiddos, good morning. It's Sunday and normally we would be going to church, but we're all learning how to do church at home and online or however you're doing it. All I know is that it's important to be engaged and just to remember how God is so good. So I'm going to read a quick story about Daniel in the lion's den, okay? Daniel was far away from his home in Jerusalem. He had been taken prisoner, but even in faraway Babylon, Daniel trusted God and did as God said. Every day he prayed to God, and God made Daniel wise, the wisest of all the wise men. One day, the king chose Daniel for a very important job that made all the other wise men jealous. These are the jealous wise men. They wanted to get rid of him, but Daniel was brave. They couldn't scare him, and he never did anything bad or nasty, so they couldn't tell tales to the king. How could they get rid of him? They thought and thought, Then one of them had a clever idea. Daniel wants to please God even more than he wants to please the king. So this is what we'll do. They're whispering, whispering. The wise men of Babylon went to the king. "O king, live forever," they said, bowing low. "We want you to make a new law. Tell everyone they must pray to you only or be thrown to the lions." The king did not know it was all a trick to get rid of Daniel, so he made the new law, a law that could not be changed. Daniel soon knew about the king's new law, and everyone did, but he wanted to please God even more than he wanted to please the king. So he prayed to God just like he always did. The wise men of Babylon saw him kneeling at his window. Their plan had worked. Chuckling with glee, they hurried to tell the king. "O king, live forever," they said, bowing low and pretending to feel sad. "We bring bad news. Daniel has disobeyed your new law. We saw him ourselves praying to God at his window. The law is clear. Daniel must be thrown to the lion's den." The king was most upset, but the law could not be changed. He could not save Daniel. The lions were hungry. They roared for their supper. "I do hope God can save you," the king said to Daniel as they pushed him in with the lions and fastened the door. All night long, the king lay awake, thinking about Daniel and those hungry, roaring lions. As soon as it was light, he hurried back. The door was still shut tight. Everything was quiet. "Daniel, Daniel, has God been able to save you from the lions?" He felt sure those hungry lions had eaten Daniel by now for supper. But Daniel's voice came back, loud and clear. "O king, live forever." "Yes, he has. The lions haven't opened their mouths all night. I am quite safe. Not a scratch on me." The king gave a great whoop of joy. Let him out at once," he ordered. Daniel came out. He wasn't hurt at all. God had saved him from the lions. Wow! Can you imagine being in a lion's den? But God promised Daniel he would keep him safe. It might feel like we're kind of in a den right now because we're all kind of staying home and being with our families. And that's a lot of fun. But we just always want to know that God protects us. He loves us. He still wants us to praise him, whether we're at church, whether we're at school, or whether we're just at home with our families. We love you, kiddos, and hope you have a wonderful day. And bye-bye.